Good Sunday morning. What a glorious day to be together, to share our stories, and to love each other. I'm Linda Krenicke, a short in stature, cisgender, senior white woman wearing a royal blue shirt and flowered pants today. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm honored to be the worship associate for this last day in June, last day of the church year. I would like to invite you all to join in a call and response welcome this morning, and it goes like this. I'll say to all who are yearning for community, and one section of the sanctuary says, come in. And then the other section will say, let us be together. Got it? Pretty simple. I'll do some speaking and then I'll signal you. Come in. Let us be together. Okay. To all who are just getting started, to all who long to go deeper, to all with tender places needing care. Let us be together. To the ones who have healed and have care to give, for those who are curious and hungry to learn, for those who know that they have something to teach, come in, let us be together. For the ones who are just beginning to suspect they might nurture others becoming, to the young and the old, the innocent and the jaded, the fresh of mind and the deeply steeped. There is room here for each and every one. Come in, let us be together. Thank you. Chalice lighting today, Michael Young is here to say the chalice words. He's been a member of this congregation since 2021 and will be sharing these words from Dag Hammarskjöld.
Each day a new day. Each
day the first day.
Each day the first day. Each day alive.
Each day a life.
Each morning we must hold out.
Each morning we must hold out
our chalice of our being.
The chalice of our being.
To receive and to carry and give back.
To receive, to carry, and give back. Thank you.
Ava and I are going to play a duet for you that I want to tell you about. This is called Table Music. It's by Mozart. I'll stand by this microphone. This is called Table Music. It's by Mozart, and it's an invertible duet. So if I read the page right side up and Ava reads it upside down, it makes something really pretty.
That was Carrie Eubanks and her student and duet partner, Eva. You'll be hearing more from them later, and you'll be hearing more about the concert that's coming up. But first, my name is Jen Youngsun Ryu. I'm the minister serving this wonderful congregation here. And today I get to do the Time for All Ages. So kids, come up and join me. Instead of doing carpet squares, I wonder if we can just kind of hang out right here and sit on the stage and just have a little chat. I want to first say that I use the pronouns she and her, and today I'm wearing my rainbow stole in honor of the last day of Pride and a bright red jacket. Do you know why some of us, when we introduce ourselves at church, why some of us describe what we're wearing or what we look like? Do you know why we do that? For people who are limited in sight, right, their eyesight, and maybe can't see, especially if they're on Zoom and they can't see who's speaking, it's a courtesy to them to describe what we're wearing or what we look like or what our context is. So today is a follow-up from last week's story. Remember the story about Sweetie? Sweetie was trying to make friends, and it was really hard because Sweetie was a little bit of an unusual person, right? Well, it's hard for everybody, actually, to meet new people. And you guys are headed into the summer where you might be going to camp, or maybe you're taking some classes, or you're going to be in groups where new people are coming together. And then in the fall, you're going to meet a whole bunch of new people, right, with new classes. So today, we are welcoming some new people into our church community. And so today is the new member ceremony. I want to invite board Vice President Andrew to come up. And I'm going to ask you to help us to greet our newest members. Will you be willing to do that? Okay, so sometimes when we meet someone new, we shake their hand, right? But we can also do what? Like a fist bump? Fist bump? What else? Oh, like is there a name for this thing? Okay, like.
Finger gun.
I like that. I like that. A wave is great. Yeah. So maybe you can come up with your own thing, and then when the new people come up, maybe you can give them your own little thing. You know, high five, a wave, fist bump, you know, something like that. Will you do that with me? Yeah? Yeah? But first, we're going to listen to Andrew talk.
Hello, I'm Andrew Emmett, your Board of Trustees Vice President. I am a tall white male with some facial hair and sort of a red and blue striped polo-ish shirt. And my pronouns are he, him. So here we go. Being part of an intentionally welcoming community means we get to constantly meet new friends. It means that when we say we know that each day we means more. Today, we formally welcome the people who recently joined our congregation. So that we can start learning their names, we are going to start putting up photos on the bulletin board in the social hall. Please make a special effort to reach out to them to say hello. So as I call your names, please come forward, and you will be greeted by our youngest members. Amber Weilert, or is it Weilert? Weilert.
Weilert.
Amber Weilert.
All right, be greeted.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Finger
Yeah,
gun.
go down. Yeah, and then just stand right here. Yeah.
Austin Arrowwood.
Hey, congratulations. keep going.
Okay. Denise Galloway. Lynn Drazinski. Here she comes. Don Doucette. And Heather Lambeck.
There's a million of them.
All right. When you join this free church, you do not sign on to a set of creeds or a specific doctrine. Instead, you freely promise to share responsibility for this community, its mission, and its positive impact on the world. Every time we hold a new member recognition, it's a chance for all of us to renew our covenant with one another. So please repeat the words on the UUCE covenant,
And there,
of the UUCE covenant together. All right, so here we go. As a beloved community empowered by love, we covenant to embrace the next person who is always
arriving,
open to change that they will bring.
We covenant to trust others in their identity and truth and work to be trustworthy. We covenant to speak our truth bravely and gently as we commune in love and peace. We covenant to make efforts to understand the views of others and make amends when intentions and impact collide. We covenant to expand our connections with the larger community with humility and empathy. We covenant to remember that how we are with each other is the foundation upon which we build the beloved community. All right. All right. Now you all can go to your classes if you want. If you want to stick around, you can always stick around here. And if you're new, please bring your grown-up with you. And make sure that they meet Teacher Mel, Teacher Imani, Teacher Sam. All right. Thanks, Andrew. And there will be cake again this week to help welcome our newest members. We've got a little reception right after the service, so please go back in the social hall and meet all of our new friends. Some of them have been here for a while, and they've already taken on some leadership and gotten really involved. So we're always glad for this occasion. It's always a happy occasion. Well, it is summertime, right? Summertime, and the living is easy. These long days just call to us to play and relax and recreate and recreate. It calls us to rest our bodies and renew ourselves. So many of you have just finished a long school year, right? And we have just wrapped up another church year. It's definitely time for some days of easy living, I think. But we know in these sometimes chaotic days, we know that it is also true that summer living isn't easy for everyone. For those who live in or near the forest, summertime also brings real and present dangers: fire, evacuation, smoke. And for those living on concrete and asphalt, the relentless heat is also a danger. So it's likely that many of our neighbors will have nowhere to go this summer, and if enough of you volunteer, we could open up our wonderful air-conditioned building to anyone who needs it this summer. Because the fact is that no matter who you are, every body and every mind needs to find moments of rest. We all need a time when all the stress hormones can retreat. We need times when our nervous system can stand down and then some spaciousness can open up. When I see the words summer and rest, then I also start picturing hammock, an afternoon nap, sweet, sweet sleep. Our word sleep comes from the German Schlaf, which means basically to just loosen, hang loose, just kind of go limp. I wonder if you could do that right now. Can you unclench your jaw? Can you unclench your neck? Can you really let go? Based on my conversations with a lot of you, it seems that plenty of people are having trouble getting enough schlaf in their life. And there is so much in this world keeping us up at night, right? Keeping us up and also waking us up at 3 o'clock in the morning. At these times, I always think of the Wendell Berry quote in the back of our hymnal, number 483. I wonder if there's anyone who'd be willing to just read it for us. It's the Wendell Berry poem. Yes, Medley. I'm going to share my mic with you.
What number was it, ma'am?
It's this one right here.
When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lay down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and I am free. Wendell Berry.
Thank you so much. Medley, thank you for doing that reading. Impromptu, we did not rehearse that, right? While sleep and rest are good for brain and body, and those are important parts of renewal, I really would like to spend the rest of our time together considering other ways to renew ourselves, especially the renewal of the spirit, or if you prefer, the renewal of self. The antidote to exhaustion is not always rest, says Brother David Stindl-Rast to his friend, the poet David White. Sometimes the antidote to exhaustion is wholeheartedness. When I imagine wholeheartedness, I see the chalice of my being, empty, so that it can receive. Expectant. That's wholeheartedness. For everything, there is indeed a season. And summertime is the season of growth and vitality. It is the season calling us to refresh that cup. Empty out what is not needed. Fill it with the things that will bring you vitality and deeper life. The poet visits the monk. They have tea, and as the sun goes down, tea turns into a stronger brown liquid. They read Rilke in German, the one about the swan, how clumsily he walks, struggling, lumbering as if in ropes, until he lets himself down into the water. There, he is pleased to be carried, each moment more fully grown. Oh, Brother David, the poet, pleads, please tell me about exhaustion. The monk answers, you know that the antidote to exhaustion is not necessarily rest. The antidote to exhaustion is wholeheartedness. Sometimes our cup is full of things that just wear us out. We lumber through our days as if in ropes. This goes on day after day. We fall asleep, we get up the next day, it's the exact same day. And we wake in the morning as if it were just another day. Instead of making the time and the effort to empty our chalice of the things that are just not serving us and not serving the people around us, we just keep holding this thing and carrying it around, ignoring the little taps on the shoulder, ignoring the little indicator lights that are going on and off, the alarm bells, and we just keep running on empty. You are like Rilke's swan, says Brother David. In his awkward waddling across the ground, the swan doesn't cure his awkwardness by beating himself on the back, by moving faster or trying to organize his day better. He does it by moving toward the elemental water where he belongs. It is the simple contact with the water that gives him the grace and gives him the fullness of presence. And so I want to ask you, my friends, what are the elemental waters in your life? If you feel like you're just kind of going through the motions of your days, if you feel like you're lumbering along the land as if bound in ropes, where can you find that kind of freedom that the swan has found in his element? What is your element? Where can you sink into the waters of your truest, deepest self? And how can you find renewal, not just for your body, but for your spirit as well? And sometimes, it's just a matter of reclaiming something that has been temporarily lost, something that brought you such joy and vitality in the past, and somehow you just lost track of it. Or maybe it's a part of yourself that you have pushed into the back portions of the closet because you've been too busy being somebody else or avoiding the stranger who is yourself. But it's never too late, and we are never, ever too old for renewal. Because, as Michael said in our chalice lighting words, each day the first day. Each day a life. Each morning we must hold out the chalice of our being to receive and to carry and to give back. But this cup that we hold out each morning, each brand new day, it can't be full of garbage. It can't be full of all of the things that feel like they're sucking the life right out of you. It can't be full of task lists and worries. It can't be full of activities that bring you very little joy. It can't be full of the stories that the ego is trying to tell you. Because, you know, those stories are often not true. And so the cup must be empty of those things. The cup must be able to hold some new things that might be coming to you. And so today we would like to offer you a ritual of renewal. Linda and I are going to be down here at the tables, and if you want to, come up with your hands cupped. We'll pour a little bit of water in your hands. Zoom friends, if you would like to participate, you can write in the chat if you want to. You can write in the chat, for example, what part of your deep self would you like to be renewed? What part of that deep self do you want to bring to life? You can answer the question, is there something that you would like to start again? Something that used to bring you great, great delight? Or is there something brand new that you would like to begin to bring you more vitality and life? Of course, in essence, any ritual only has the meaning that we give to it. Its meaning is between you and your deep wisdom, between you and your God, between you and your divine light. This is a conversation you have with that part of you who knows all of your secrets and loves you anyway. So think on these things, and if you would like to come up, we'll meet you here. And as always, when we move around this sacred space, let's give way to our friends who may need a little extra room or a little extra time to move around. Thank you.
Well, today I read the words from Jessica Lynn. I come on Sunday feeling weary, having worn out the snooze button on my alarm clock. I come on Sunday feeling frightened, having seared my eyes reading the latest news. I come on Sunday feeling burdened, having fretted about my workday worries. But I leave Sunday service feeling refreshed, having been renewed by the spirit of love of the community that exists here. I leave Sunday service feeling whole, feeling lifted up by the words of righteous challenge. I leave Sunday service feeling energized, ready to continue our fight for peace and justice. This haven, this refuge, this place of worship and wonder exists because we make it so with our contributions. the gifts of our time, our skills, our food, our love, our laughter, and our money. Please join me in giving so that we may continue to have a place that fortifies and challenges us in these trying and troubled times. Beautiful. Today's gifts will go to the UUCE General Fund, and I thank you and bless you all for making this church possible.
Michael, would you like to help me say the words of our closing?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's say the words of our closing.
Let's say the words of our of together, which are up on the screen.
They're up on the screen. Let's say it together. We extinguish this flame, not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you especially to our musicians, Suzanne, as always, and Joe, and Kara, and Eva. I want to thank Linda for being a wonderful worship associate, and for Michael, even though he's only been a member of this congregation since 21, he's been a UU since he was 12 years old. So, and now as you go out, may you use these long summer days to find some clearing for yourself until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands. And only then will you know how to give yourself to this world. Go in peace, everyone. Go in love. And please listen to our postlude.